Across the country, slowly begin to reopen. Australia's ailing tourism industry has been given a much-needed boost this morning.
Yeah, Qantas and Jetstar will today launch a sales blitz offering flights as cheap as $19 to some of our favourite destinations.
Wow.
Gareth Evans is the CEO of Jetstar and joins us now from Sydney. Gareth, thank you so much for your time this morning. $19, that's dirt cheap. Where and when can we go?
Well, can go in about an hour, so 9 o'clock the sale starts, so get online. We've got, for Jetstar, 200,000 sale seats, 10,000 of those from $19, 35 routes across the network, and Qantas, for the first time ever, is offering triple frequent flyer points on all bookings for the next 6 days. So it's really about getting people flying again, meeting friends and family, and stimulating the economy as well.
It's a good thing. What are the date parameters around this, and also if those borders and the reopening get extended, what are some of the parameters there?
Yeah, so obviously travel restrictions are being eased and dates are now out there for borders being lifted. So, for example, Queensland roadmap is for the 10th of July. So our sale fares start from the 10th for Queensland. I think it's the 20th of July for South Australia. So in line with the border opening dates. If things do change, though, and travel plans do change for whatever reason, all these fares have a flexibility built in, so there's a fee-free change that customers can make any time up until their date of travel.
Gareth, I mean, $19, as we said, is so cheap. How can you afford it?
Oh, look, Jetstar's always been about low fares, so this is no different to what we normally do. But obviously this has been a difficult time for everybody, certainly a difficult time for aviation. We've still got a lot of planes on the ground. We've got a lot of our staff with no work. And we've not had much revenue for the last few months. So this is about getting revenue in, getting cash into the business, but also getting the planes in the air and getting our people back to work as well. So it's good for the business, it's good for our people, and it's great for the economy as well.
It sure is. And Gareth, we wish you all the very best in all of this. There's one thing that may be difficult for people, and that is the thought of, are they going to be safe on a plane? What sort of restrictions, what sort of things are you putting in place to keep people safe on planes?
Look, obviously the safety of our customers and their peace of mind is our first priority. Flying is inherently low risk. There's been no case of transmission in Australia. There's been virtually no case of transmission around the world, where millions of people have flown since the pandemic started.
Yeah.
But we are putting additional changes in place. We've got changes to our boarding procedures. We've got sanitary wipes and masks available to all customers, and all our planes are fitted with HEPA filters, and always have been, which remove 99.9% of virus particles from the air. And these changes have been in place for a week or so already, and they've gone down very positively with those who've flown so far.
Yeah.
So hearing during the week that we'd have no international travel this year, so none until 2021, and the fact that JobKeeper will end in September at this stage, are you fearing there will be job losses?
Oh, look, for our business, we've been managing through difficult times, and for us, we've been focused on how we can get the airline absolutely back in the air. Today is a great milestone in that journey, and we know that demand's out there, and we can start to now build the airline back up again and get people back to work and planes back in the air. Obviously, international travel is further away, and is almost certainly, it's certainly going to require the international border restrictions to be lifted for it to return in any meaningful sense. We're hopeful that New Zealand travel bubble will be put in place fairly soon, and maybe other countries along the way. But for us, it's managing through the various stages here. This is unprecedented. This is great news for our people, great news for our airline, and great news for our customers.
In your capacity, are you able to exert any pressure on the federal government in terms of extending that, given that you will not be back to a full regime of flights?
Oh, look, we have a constant dialogue with the government, and they've done a great job through this in putting some of these initiatives in place and supporting the aviation industry. So we'll continue to talk to them, but obviously they'll make their decisions based on a whole range of criteria.
Final bids for Virgin Australia are due on Monday. On the other side of this, what do you think the airline will look like?
Oh, well, look, that's going to be up to the successful bidders and the process that they've got to go through, and the creditors as well, I assume. So there's still a number of steps along the way. They've got to manage that. We've got to manage our business, and clearly through these challenging times, that's what our focus has been. And today, we're just so glad to actually get some sales back in the air. You should have seen the faces of our marketing department yesterday as they put the final touches to this. It's been great.
Well, we can't wait to fly again, can we?
Gareth, I did hear a disturbing rumour, and you're going to be a little bit nervous about what I'm going to ask now, I know, but it's not going to be anything heavy. I heard a rumour that Jetstar and other airlines were stopping the serving of alcohol on flights. Is that true?
Oh, look, I think for Jetstar, we've got to work through as we come back to flying, and at the moment we've got about 10 to 15% of our network in the air. We might have 30% in the air in July. In the first instance, we've just got to work out how we serve the cart to customers and the food and beverage offering. So possibly we'll try and get alcohol back on the planes as soon as we can. I'm sure everybody wants to have a drink before they land in the Gold Coast or in the Sunshine Coast.
That was actually a joke of a question, and it's turned out to be something very serious.
Ruined all our Fridays.
What is Richard Wilkins going to do on a flight? Hey, Gareth, thanks for being with us. It's good for your staff.
I'm sure you guys are looking forward to a holiday as well.
We are.
Absolutely.
Look, it's great for your staff. It's even better for the tourism sector, which is badly crying out to get people moving in this country, to get this country going, and air travel is a vital part of that. Good on you. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
I can't believe that.
That's ruined your weekend, hasn't it?
It really has.
Yeah. You're not going to fly anywhere now, are you?
I'm grounded. Carlos is grounded.
Would be the first time.
That's true. For the fourth time.